Right, looks like everything is working. How are we all doing? Good evening, happy new year, happy 2026 to everyone. Let's see if I can remember how to do this. It's been a wee while since our little Christmas stream we did there on, what map was that? Renaboo, just before Christmas, which was a lot of fun actually. I really enjoyed that, but good to see you all. Welcome back. We are back into it. I thought I'd jump onto Nulla Creek. I want to be able to build some more of the combine because it's been sitting here eating at me going, build me, build me, build me. And I've been resisting the temptation to get in and do any more building. So that's what we've been doing. How are you all doing? Welcome along. Big shout out to Anthony and Ken for your memberships to the channel. Thank you very much for being part of the team. I do appreciate that. Good to see you both. Craig, good to see you as well. Good evening. Joran Hayden, mate, good to see you. I guess, well, welcome home. I know you've been to South America and back in the last wee while, so good to see you, mate. And Holden as well. Good to see you, my friend. Welcome along. And thanks for joining in on the server. Actually, I need to, while I remember, go in here and give you some permissions. Reset. You can do that. You can manage contracts, manage productions, and Jack strength, just in case you need it. There we go. It should be about all you need at the moment. Let me know if we need more. I'm sure we can sort that out. All sorted out. There is a heap to do on this map. It's been neglected as much as the channel has in the last 3 or 4 weeks. So lots and lots for us to do. So if anyone wants to jump in and join, I'm just going to get into it. We'll get started on some combining. We are over here at the animal thing. Now I logged in a little bit earlier. First things first. Let's have a look at the map and refresh everyone where we're at. So we're over here. This is our animal farm. We've got 500 head of cattle in the feedlot. We can definitely increase that, and we've probably got enough materials, enough product to be able to do that. And I'll explain that in a second. These 3 grass fields over here, if we have a look, are actually ready to be mowed. They've already been mowed once, and they have a swath sitting on them. So we're going to be a little bit cheeky and go through and do that again. But if we pop over here, you can see we've got 17 and 18 are green. They need a little bit of fertilizer. They need more fertilizer on those. We missed the window to get more fertilizer on these 2 fields, so they're not quite as good as they could be. But we've got those 2 to harvest, and we've also got 14 down here to harvest. So lots to do. Lots to keep us busy for the next couple of hours. And anyone who wants to join in, lend a hand, or just play on the server over the next wee while. It's probably a little bit of a mistake because I know everyone's been enjoying Christmas and holidays and having a Australian Oceania dedicated server or focused server. It's not dedicated, anyone can join, but an Aussie server when it's summer and everyone's out enjoying the sunshine. Probably not the smartest idea, but anyhow, it's here and we're gonna let it grow. Now, before I go over there, I'm just gonna have a look. What I've done to try and make the job of the animals a little bit easier, I logged in a bit earlier and just made sure everything is working. You jump up into this beauty. I've actually taken the time to go around and I've set up some TMR course, and I've actually got it set up to run auto drive just to those, and it will alternate between those pens for as long as you want. So basically you turn that on. So I've pretty much automated the feed process, which is pretty cool. What it'll do, and I'll show you. We'll do a quick little demonstration. Anyhow, Ken, I'll get to the map in a bit. We'll talk about that in just a little bit. Oops, I put those bales there and now they're in the way. All that. I moved some grass bales over to go into the fermenters. But basically I've got this all set up. Change that setting. I don't want to see. Show next path. No. Like that. Basically if I turn this on, see, I've got a course that comes in here and it goes past all the feed points for the cattle pens. And what it's going to do, see, it's currently heading for pen 4. I think before it got to the load point, it was pointing for pen 3. So it's going to sail straight past this one. That's Stella saying hello. This is Argus's away tonight for work, so Stella's probably missing her a little bit. But basically it's set up now to automatically unload into pen 4 and fill that one up. And then it should carry on, and you can see the wheel tracks. It'll carry on and go and fill up with another load, and next time it'll go to pen 3. So if we stay here and watch, this will go back to the TMR load now. Just waiting for Ryan to sink in. Hello, Ryan. That made me look stupid now, auto drive. There we go. Just got to pause. I think there's an option The delay. Drive on delay, where is it? Might be this one here. Somewhere there's a delay where you can tell it to take a little bit longer to head off. Saw it when I was looking in here earlier. Anyhow, there's a delay. So when we get back and start loading with TMR again, that'll change to pin 3 and it'll go and load pin 3, which is pretty handy. It's a cool little tool if you don't know how folders work. You can basically go in here and you can drag things around. So if I wanted pin 5 to be in there, I can just drag that down. Now it'll cycle through delivering to those different options. I'll get rid of that because we don't want any going into those pins. It's very cool. So there you go. We'll wait for that to load and then it should change to pin 3, which is cool. G'day Yos. Did I say hello? Hello again. It's going to get to the 2 point. There we go. Just changed to pin 3. So that's pretty cool. Still got those bales in the way. It's a handy way to do that. And if you only wanted to do it once, just set that up there and it'll only do it once. Run the cycle. So we're going to leave that and let it do its thing. And we're going to go over and harvest some. Harvesting some. What have we got to harvest? Sorghum, I think it is. And once we've started on that, that'll give us a chance to jump in and tackle the combine. Start building our own combine. Brazil was awesome, great days, and then coming back to snowy and cold Netherlands, that was a bit of a change, I can imagine. I wouldn't want to leave the warm sunny climate we've got at the moment for anywhere cold and snowy. Right, so we're all set up here ready to go. I'm just going to turn that on, get in and set up some guidance steering. This is Prof. Great to see you. I know it will be late your time. Pleasure to have you here, and thank you for 34 months being a member. 34 months of support for the channel, that's awesome. Do appreciate that, thank you. Now let's bump that up to 3. Perfect. Automatic. Okay. Should be good for us to go. Now I don't have the cruise control, so I'll turn that on. Press that button. Now we're into it. Perfect. Welcome along, everyone who's here. I do appreciate you all tuning in for our first stream back for a while. Stella is getting big, so she had her first birthday. It was on New Year's Day, so she's probably fully grown now. If she decides to wander over and say hello, I'll grab her and see if she wants to make an appearance. Anyhow, cheers everyone. Going the first whiskey of the year. That's actually quite a big pour. I'm quite excited this year. I've just signed up for a whiskey club, which basically sends out a new whiskey every month, and you can opt out of it if you don't want the whiskey. So it's not a fixed one. It's kind of, you know, you've only got a few days to opt out. But this month is called Starwood, and that's a little bottle I got when I was in Aussie. It's an Aussie whiskey, which I really enjoyed. So when I saw that coming through, I was like, well, there's a couple I'd seen through the course of the year. I was like, I wish I'd signed up for those. And I hadn't, so when I saw this one I was like, right, I'm not going to miss out again. Let's get signed up and enjoy this one. So I'm looking forward to getting that and being able to sample that on stream in a few weeks' time. Should be good. Greetings from Llama, of course you are. You in Birmingham already? I know the cop and the DJ are both there. Looking forward to seeing what happens at Llama. Now we're not going to get the whole way around the field without having an unload, so Holden, if you're there, would you like to... Carl, you're getting a truck sorted. Good man. Excellent. Alright, so we're going to have a grain cart. We could put a second combine out here too if you wanted to grab another combine. It's entirely up to you. Well, that could actually be right too. I didn't notice he locked in. It was, anyhow. So that was Ryan. Thank you, Ryan. Oops, and in preceding time I've managed to put the combine into the trees. What happens if Llama does not reach New Zealand? Fair enough. That is the other side of the world. You enjoy your cold dark UK days, and I'll enjoy my warm, sunny New Zealand days. G'day Steve, how you doing? Good to see you. Long time between catching streams. Well, it's good to have you back. It's been a long time since I've streamed too, so you're not missing out. And when I say a long time, first time this year, and we were last in it, last on this server, guessing sometime in the middle of December, so probably a part of a month since we've spent any time tackling this one. There we go. Is there Stella? Come here. Stella. Come here. Come Stella. No? No? I don't want to be on TV, Dad. I don't want to be on TV. I'm going to pine for Mum. Pine for the fact that Mum's not here. Weirdly getting a heap of lag. I am running as smooth as can be. And popping 30 frames per second. My ping is under 50, which is nice. Happy days. I actually got an email from Starlink today to tell me that I was on that my router is going to be at end of life soon, and they're going to send me an upgraded one. So fingers crossed that's going to provide some improvements again to my internet speed, which would be nice. See how that ends up. G'day farming, how you doing, mate? Good to see you. Good morning. I'm doing well. Doing well. Gearing back up for 2026. I wanted to do a stream to tell you all that I'm still around. I'm still here. I might not be doing quite as much as I have been, but I am still alive and kicking, and will be for the future. Definitely not going anywhere. The two divas want a late breakfast as always. Are you having to go to the embassy for breakfast as well, I suppose? Bacon, egg McMuffin and hotcakes. The piping hot filter coffee. Thinking about spending Christmas in Aussie, either 27 or 28, depending on monies. Oh, nice one. Well, you know, if you make it down that far, it would be rude not to hop across the ditch and come to New Zealand, Yoran, so you do manage to make it here. Give me a yell. Right, we are almost 100% full. This is yielding much better than I was expecting. Not working for you at all. Bummer. Well, thanks for trying, Ryan. Ryan's been sharing some info on Discord about the fires that I've been having in Victoria. I know he hasn't been directly affected yet, but what did you say the other day? 400,000 hectares has been affected. Alright, if you can make it work, come down and make it work. I want to take your job away from you. Which is a huge amount of land when you think about it. It's a few 60 next maps, that's for sure. And TJ Farming, who's part of the community as well. I know unfortunately they lost a large swath of their crop just before Christmas to fire too, so it's pretty sad, pretty devastating things to hear and see. Girlfriend's been at a fire not far from her place. Yeah, she's saying she's part of the what's the CFA? Commonwealth Fire Authority or something? Don't know about the sunny days. The weather over Christmas and New Year's was a bit average. Had its moments. We had a couple of good days in Taupo where we got out on the lake and had a fang in the jet ski, put the kids on the biscuit and threw them in the water. Well, my brother did at least. And had a few nice days at the Mount in Tauranga. Got out on the beach, got to the top. Country Fire Authority, Victoria. There you go. Right, close. But yeah, there was a few average ones in there and mixed in between too. Took my mountain bikes all the way up to Tauranga and rode them around the edge of the lake twice, I think it was. That's about all they got to do. So they took an extended trip. Drove past the Whakarewarewa mountain bike park and didn't even stop. It's a little bit sad, but we'll get up there again soon. G'day Brady, how you doing? Good to see you. See if the GPU needs an update. Righto. Good to see you, Brady. Hope you're all good. Hey, Mr. Goham. Now this is a better time for you to tune in and watch, isn't it? You haven't had to get up real early, and you can see a stream right from the start. See you, mate. Good to see you. I hope you had a good trip over the ditch. I know you made it safely. I think I saw Mrs. Seeley P shared a photo of you and the cop arriving. Glad to see you guys made it. Now, let's make some plans for getting into some Lego. I'm just going to move a few things from A to B. If you're only tuning in for the first time, let's just do this. This is, let's actually shut this way. This is what we've been building. This is a CLAAS Dominator. So we've got the main part of the chassis done, we've got the back done. The last thing we did was the feeder house there on the front, so we've got that all done. I think the next few steps are going to be putting panels on the side and the top and basically making it look more like a combine, probably getting a cab up there as well. So that's what we've been building. I don't know how many streams we're up to at the moment where we've been doing it, but there's been a few. So we're going to carry on trying to get that all done. Now if I just place that down over there. Put that there, make sure we don't knock over that liquid gold. There we go. It's got most of that out of the way. Thank you, Holden. Good man for coming over, taking over from Ryan. Put that pipe in. And that should allow us to run all the way back down to the other end. So that's what we're building, and we're not even through the first book yet. We've still got a header and a header trailer to build, but we are, we've done this much. We're probably 2/3 of the way through, 3/4 of the way through the book. So we're going to box on and carry on with some more, see how we go. I've had to open up a whole new pile of bags as well, pieces, so we'll get into that. Skiing with a lady from Gisborne last week. Nice one. Beautiful part of the country. In Gisborne, it's very remote, very hard to get to. It's a 5-hour drive from us, but it's pretty much a 3-hour drive from anywhere. Just about one of those places you kind of go to if you want to go there, you never drive through it. Let the man watch some YouTube, Yos. Good to see you too, Brady. Good to see you too. Has DJ done a blooper reel? Right, I have to have a look at that. Always down for a DJ blooper or two. Alright, here we go. So, just have a think here. What are we going to do? So all my pieces sorted out there. So, let's jump on to, moved all my buttons around. So I changed it all. So let's have a look. Here we go. Oh no, my camera's frozen. Ah! My Lego camera's frozen. It was working just fine all the stream. Let's see if I can fix that. Change, we'll go to that one so I can fix it without being too destructive. Bring that up, and let's jump into here. So you can deactivate that. See if we activate it again. Promising. Gone completely now. Excuse me a second. Oh my. All else fails. Pull it out. Back in again. Find where that goes. Right, I'm going to take that stuttering as potentially positive. Yeah, well, that's a bit of a pain, isn't it? It's hard to build some Lego on stream if I can't get my camera working. I'm doing good, Brady. Doing good. As to your question before farming, had you missed some streams or have I not been doing it? I haven't streamed since before Christmas. I had been a part of 2.5 weeks away over Christmas and New Year with the family. Being summer down here, it's a good time to get away. Lots of public holidays, lots of businesses just shut up shop and stop work, and they call it the Great New Zealand Shutdown. And kids are on school holidays anyhow, long summer holiday break, so good time to get away. And this is the first stream I've done since I've been back. Basically the first one since Christmas. So no, you haven't missed much. Thomas, is this an Australian map? It is certainly an Australian map. It's not set anywhere in particular. It's not a realistic Australian map. It was made by Aussie Modding Co-op to... Basically they wanted a map. They always build a map for themselves that they can use on multiplayer servers. So this is their multiplayer map they were using. It's Australian. Shoot this a little bit more. I know I've had this happen before. Might do. Remember if that USB is long enough to point it somewhere else. I was being able to use steering assist for all of this. Let's try a different USB port. All else fails. Oh, it's not even showing up as a camera now. Oh, and now I've broken that. No, I've completely broken everything. Now I don't have any camera. Oh, goodness. This is what you get for not testing things out and having used it for however long it's been. Does hearing the satisfying sound of Lego being built scratch the itch? Any news on my map, Ken? What would the news be? I have spent some time the last few days and that trying to just catch up on where I've been. So I've been trying to focus on getting some custom buildings made and put together a little bit of a roadmap. How I'm going to tackle getting it finished. So that's where it is at the moment. Now, let's go through. Let's do that here. And let's go into here. That there. I'll come back. I'm a bit smaller than I want to be, but that's fine. I just don't mind. Okay. Right, so that's that bit done. Can't get this. Can. Right, let's have another go. This doesn't work, I'll try one more thing. It's detective it this time. Hooray! Hooray, I did a thing, yay! Right. Sorted. Yeah, so the maps I've got, I think I've got in my mind now how I'm going to tackle it, what my roadmap's going to be. I've actually been looking at what others are doing. I kind of like I see Oxygen, David said he's going to go down the same route with Whitcomb Park, is to have a public beta release on PC only, to get rid of a lot of the bugs and issues and things like that before it ends up going through Giants testing. So I think, and Thompson Briscoe did exactly the same with Saxlingham. There's a few people who've sort of started going down that route. So still planning for it to be all platforms, cross-platform. But what I'm thinking about doing is basically having a private testing, making sure all the core functionality is working just with a select group of people, and then going to a public beta release of it on PC before trying to get it through Giants testing. So that is where I'm heading and where I'm going to sort of put my attention over the next couple of months, is to get it to that stage. Right, hello Nismo, good to see you, mate. How are you? I hope you had a good Christmas break, got some time away and some time out of the truck, but good to see you, buddy. Now let's try that. All's good. Bidding's good. Right. Can go away that way, that can go away that way. Adjust that just a touch. I should be able to. There we go. Alright. So let's see if we can actually get into buildings. There we go. Not liking Farm Sim tonight, Ryan. That is unfortunate. It would be good to have an extra pair of hands, but we'll make do with the two of us. I'm sure we'll put a bit of a dent in it. Now, one thing I really enjoyed while I was away was actually just logging onto the servers and just playing the game. Not worrying about live streaming, about having to worry about cameras not working or any of that carry on. Just got on and spent a bit of time on Saxingham, spent a little bit of time on Gage County, and just had fun, just playing Farming Simulator, which is something I don't do often enough, so I kind of enjoyed that. No, I haven't seen Chinook tonight. Nismo, I don't know if he might be at work. He was streaming last night, but you're not sure what he's up to. What do US and Aussie combines prefer to run on wheels? Here in Europe we run on tracks. What's Ryan's comment? Farmers aren't caught up on the benefits of a lot of track headers and tractors starting to pop up, but there's also a massive cost. It's probably the US and Australia. There's probably more road miles done too, wouldn't you say? Like equipment has spent much longer on the road getting from A to B, just because of the size of the land, and I'm sure running, I don't know, this is just my simplistic mind, would have thought running pneumatic tyres on a road would be a whole lot nicer than running tracks. You need Chinook to come wash your truck. I'm still waiting for him to come and wash my car. So I'm going to have to get in line. So I wonder what we're starting off with. This looks like a shroud of some sort for something up on top or back of the combine. Actually, I'll find out, but it's basically a grey grey plate. First up. Last to the market. Yep. Or if you want to be first to the market, it costs you a huge amount. The benefit for that, though, is Ryan, is that all the people over the other side of the world can test things out and make sure by the time it gets to us down here, it's all working properly. Well, it actually surprises me how often New Zealand and Australia are, in some industries, are ahead of the game. Okay, in the right spot? No, let's be out one more. And I need 4 of these, because they go underneath each other. Yeah, that's a good point too, the width, right? You'd never run duals down some of those country lanes in the UK. Admit this one. Start again. I have to admit, that custom piece, warning sign on it, I'll leave that out because I'll no doubt need that at some stage. And if I put it back, I won't find it. One thing I love about doing all of this YouTube thing and chatting to people all around the world is sort of learning through you guys some of the variations around farming practices and, you know, just understanding some of those decisions and rationale for things. It's kind of cool. What, last Sunday? Yeah, I think did Chinook share a screenshot of his temperature thingamabob hitting some impressive level of warmthness. Well, come along. If you're just tuning in, thanks for being here. Appreciate you checking in and saying hello. Your truck's still dirty. It's been washed pretty well. You gotta get out and do it. It's not gonna wash itself. Thought Mainfreight would have their own fancy truck wash situation somewhere. Like a drive-through truck wash or something on one of the yards. Is that not a thing? It's about melted the track. Oh, because the heat through the friction. Especially if you're travelling at speed. In mining we do a lot of R&D because of our harsher conditions, so we get to see a lot of prototypes. Yeah, interesting. But in saying that, Aussie would be one of the leaders in mining in terms of volume and things like that, wouldn't it? And good to see you, Darren. The one thing I noticed when I opened these bags up is there is a lot of pieces and they're all the same colour. And it's going to be tricky to try and find everything. Three meters plus on this tiger isn't an issue. The Fent was saying 43 at 10:30 in the morning. You can keep that to yourself, Ryan. I think the difference, though, having issues unloading the chaser bin into the truck. Just double check there's no croppers sitting in the truck already. There wasn't a little bit of something left over. It won't fit down your driveway. You can't do it on your driveway in Auckland anyhow, you get fined, won't you? Some of the silliest things I'd heard. So, Auckland Council, for those who don't know, came out last week and said that anyone washing their car on their driveway, where any runoff could end up in a stormwater system, would be in violation of the of the district plan, or the Resource Management Act, sorry, around contaminating waterways and whatnot, and they could be fined for it. Which just made me laugh, because what happens when 1 million people drive vehicles on the roads, and all of those hydrocarbons and rubber and every other contaminant you could think of that's coming off the car on the roads ends up in exactly the same stormwater system. So I don't understand how someone using a little bit of soap is any different. Such a weird thing to talk about. You have to feed your dry stock. I'll remind you before the end of the stream, Ken. Some extreme thermal issues leading to some crispiness. Can't unload into either of them. Right, let's go and have a look. Is that not be ideal? So let's jump into there. Might be too close. Nothing in them. I think that you need to be a bit further away. Try and get further away. There you go. Maybe see if you can adjust the angle on the spout too. That might help you out. Aaron Witt, build wit on YouTube. Fantastic videos from all over there. Interesting. That's alright, hold. No dramas. I'll have to try and remember to take a look. G'day Kerem, how you doing my friend? Happy New Year to you, welcome along. Hope you're doing well. Is this a Kerem raid? Nice one, thanks buddy. Hope you had a good stream. See you've been mixing up what you've been streaming a little bit more. That's what I'm talking about with everything being the same colour and trying to find all the pieces in there. There's one of those. What about the owls? The little corners. The worst part is when you might only be 2 of them in here. I'll have to try and find those. One, two. Perfect. How was your holiday with family? Yeah, it was good. We had a good time. Had extended stay in Taupo with my family and my extended family. 13 of us in one house was interesting. And then we had 5 nights up in Tauranga at my wife's house, my wife's mum's house, and she happened to be overseas. She was in Australia, so we actually had her place to ourselves, which was kind of cool. Right, keep cooking. Had a good stream, nice one. I'm pleased to hear that. Alright, 6 of these little rampy whoozy what's it things. Here we go. Tahi. I should think if there's 6 of them in this case, I'd be able to find them easier. Tahi Rua Toru, 1, 2, 3. There's Rima. 4 Tahira Toru Rima. I need Bunu and Fitu, 5 and 6. Oh no. It is Fitu, number 6. Hey, kia ora, Bo. How you doing, mate? Happy New Year to you. Hope you've had a good one. Go. How's things up in mighty Taranaki? Happy days. Alright, there we go. Mrs. Prof, I see we've got is it this weekend? Saturday maybe? A rollout for Artemis 2. It's pretty exciting. Can't wait to see that launch. February 6th, potentially. I think there's no earlier than at the moment. So fingers crossed that all goes well. And then of course throw on top of that the interesting announcement with the evacuation of some of the Crew 11, isn't it? In the space station. Busy time. Busy time. There he is. Hello, Mr. Chinook. Happy New Year, mate. Announcing his arrival into the chat with a flurry of gifted memberships. Thanks, mate. That is very generous of you. Norwegian Farmer 4X, Shade Slayer, Kiwi Simulation, Stephen Bussey, and once again, no Bo Vine. Happy New Year to you too, mate. How you been? Need to find some time to get that, oops, I'm on the wrong course. Sorry, Holden. I think my GPS had snapped to a down row rather than a headland. Here we go, back on it. Hello, Cher, how you doing? Good to see you. Quick hello before you go into Llama. Nice one. You in there today? We had Yos and DJ were here before. I don't know if they're still floating around. I'll throw that piece. I'll never find it. Come here, come here, come here. See what I mean? These 3 orange pieces. These 3 orange pieces are probably the smallest in all of the trays I've got here, and they were the easiest to find because they're bright orange. They just stand out amongst all the other drab grey. Alright, I think that is back top of the combine, so let's get this heavy thing over here. And as I understand it, I'm going to have to make sure these are suitably tucked down and concealed. As this goes and sits on top of there, where did it go? Flashes at the back. Let's see if we can get it on there. Need to be going in on those. Now, which ones did it say? Slightly forward. Here we go. Hold fire. Let's get this thing right. We are empty, so I think now's a good time. Let's go and find a row and we'll open it up. Awesome, awesome sauce. Right. I press the button, this should find itself a track to follow. Yeah. Looks like it's doing what it should be doing. Heading down on in that rough direction. Ace. Right. Field opened up. Start chopping through it. Don't I like the Lego? The Lego's fantastic. Thank you very much. They have some very cool little sets. So Cher sent me over 3 little Star Wars polybags. One of them I'd never, well, in fact I've never seen any of them. But one of them was one you couldn't buy because it came with a magazine. So that was very cool. But they were all very cool. So thank you very much for that. Thank you for thinking of us. Oh, I'm going to have to answer my phone because that's Mrs. Argsy calling me from her hotel in Auckland, I would imagine. I'm going to have to mute and just tell her we're a little bit busy. Oh, she was a bit sad. Sad. Okay, let's make sure that is all clipped on there properly. It doesn't feel very, I'm not very convinced that that's rigidly in place. It's not, because I can even see from here that it's not. There we go, that's better. Clip in. Here we go. Brute strength. Alright, there we go. The new Axion 9 series, is that... I'm going to have to look at that. Because I've seen Axion 9. Oh, it's not the 9. I've seen a... it's been an Axion, a smaller Axion driving around here with their new baler on it doing demos. And it's a beautiful looking tractor actually. Like it's got less of the light coloured grey, lots more of the dark grey, and it looks quite cool. You're promoting the channel, Cher. Thank you. Thank you very much for wearing the t-shirt and repping the Argsy brand over there in Llama. I do appreciate that. It's about the next best thing to me being there. Where are we taking the sorghum? Well, I would say let's put it in a bin. But before we do that, let's just have a quick little towel down here. November. I thought we're in May at the moment. We're way back here, so yeah, we're gonna probably put it in a bin. Although its prices, because everything's out of whack. Everything's out of whack with the seasons because some things have changed. See how it's basically 6 months out: May, June, July, August, September, October, November. 6 months out because of the change in seasons. So this is picking up the end of autumn, which is what it is in the calendar. So we could just, I reckon we just sell it rather than dumping it in a bin. Figure out the best place you could, if you wanted to do that, if you're going to sell it, we could grab the third, should be a third trailer to make it worthwhile running down into a sell point. What's the best one at the moment for sorghum? This price is $4.90 at, but that's pretty close, 9,000 feet. Tag place. How's that? That's the one down here. Yeah, it's a bit harder to get to than, so you'd have to turn right at the shop at the town. So it's a wee way away. Maybe we do go. Funny how it makes it look like it's close compared to the others, but as the crow flies it is. But as the road goes, it's not. Anyhow, oops, let's sell it. You make the call on where you want to take it to. Stay. Right, so I think that's now firmly in position. So we can mosey on to the next one. You don't think Adams will go on that date, but hopefully not be too late. Yeah, I'd be surprised if it went on. It's no earlier than date, but let's see. It's going to be a pretty cool mission to follow along with them getting to the far side of the moon. Now that's 246 by 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 19, and 12. 12. Is that one there? That one there on top. Yeah, there. It's just... Oh, I was going to say we could just about full. I looked down just as we got to that point. Right. It looks like brain card over here. No, it's gone. I'll do that. Oh, it's just enough to unload us. Right. Exciting and scary to have humans. I know. It'll be the furthest humans have been from Earth in what, 50 years. Very, very cool. Very, sure, nervous excitement for the astronauts too. Hey Chad, how you doing? Good to see you. Hope you're well. Thanks for stopping and saying hello. Not crash into augers. Myself spun around. Oh, it's not tip augers either. As Bilbo Baggins said, I'm going on an adventure. I have a good one, Shit. Thank you for stopping in. Thank you for wearing the t-shirt. Hope you have a wonderful day. I can't wait to see some photos and videos of everyone having a fun time over the next couple of days. So enjoy. Right, can turn on. That can go like that. Can do that, and then as soon as we're empty, we can go like that. Road. Do that, please do. Please do. Right. Let's squash that down. Right, we've got a wing. And a... Let's... Right, that's that bit done. Another little wing. A good evening, Pity. How you doing? Happy New Year's to you as well. Welcome along. If you've had a good festive season, had a good holiday if you got some time away, or if not, you had some nice time relaxing at home. Sometimes I'd almost rather do that than travel and get out of town. It's actually sometimes quite nice to be at home while everyone else is away. The Lego still being built. Son gave you a Droidica Lego for Christmas. Nice, very cool. I'm a long way behind on Lego builds. We had some friends over on the weekend, and one of their boys is mad keen on Lego, so I showed them my stash of unbuilt sets. Don't let him see this. He's quite envious of my Millennium Falcon. Apparently he wants that, and if he got that, he would sit down and build it all without stopping. A set that took me a part of 10 weeks, doing it a couple of hours a weekend to get done. Where am I? Here. Goes on the end of that. Goes there. Yeah. Right, we're going to be full soon. So this looks to me like it's going to be one of the sides. So hopefully it's nice and strong and hangs on to the side of the combine well. Moment. I sometimes feel like these aren't very well reinforced. We've got the smaller Millennium Falcon. Nice. Can't go past a good Millennium Falcon. One, two, three, four. %. Where's our truck? Our truck has been emptied. That's positive. And maybe to put in some silos. Maybe with that too. Put in silos and that's fine. Alright, so that was that. Those two. Let's see, there's two of them. And here's some easy pieces to find. So bright green. Are you getting the other trailer? Here we go. Okay. Let's reverse engineer this with these pieces first. So that goes in there. Best way to get everything in the right place. Reverse engineer it. Cheers, Ryan. Have a good rest of your week, mate. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you trying to get on the server and help out. Things don't always go to plan, so I do appreciate you taking the time. Look at that. How annoying is that? Okay, so if over into here. Oops, I didn't want to build. I wanted to hop on the combine. We'll just run over there. Quickie squizzy. Nice looking tractor, these Steigers. Do like. Alright, we've got a little bit of space, but not much. Going to get us much further. But what I'm thinking is if Holden, if you want to drive out and bring the truck out the other side of the field, we'll be able to get you full up and you can tootle on off to get rid of some. And you know what we could actually do? Alright, I've got another plan. I have a plan. Over here, see if we can find tractor. Like the one I had in mind. That one's the one I had in mind. Was it that there? Now this is a good time to use our walkabout mother bin. So we've had it sitting here. Looks like it's managed to get itself wedged against the shed, and we haven't even used it yet. It's like it's gone on a little bit of a walkabout of its own. Just about keep the truck running on. I wonder if we can get the truck running on auto drive, or how well auto drive's been set up to be able to do that. That can sit there. Jump out of the air because I can see we're going to have a cart driver here in just a sec. That can stay on. What we'll do, we can finish. We'll run down and unload straight into the. Oops, how did I did that? Ah, so he's unloaded the truck, emptied the truck, and then got the extra trailer. Perfect. Good man. Man with a plan. So, I was thinking we were only going to have one trailer to full, but we've got a whole truck to full. Beautiful. There you go. Excellent. T. James, how you doing? You have 2 questions regarding the map I'm playing on. Fire away, I will do my best to answer them, but I don't know if I can. Don't know what the questions are. Wings. We got those next bits. You know what? Now that we're down this end of the field, let's just crack into a new piece. Here we go. All right. Right, and now this is the flip it around, deposit it on its side. Now let's figure these out. So I've got 4 points, which are very back ones there, and bottom right corner is probably going to be the easiest one to figure it out on. My arm's stuck. There we go. 1, 2, Here we go. Perfect. Right, that's one side done. So we're going to do the other side now. Map version I have is the beta one. I have the same barber mod. Headers ignore it, meaning it doesn't collect the grain. Could be a hitbox problem. Same deal with mother bins. I'm not sure then. To be honest, we've not had any issues really. I know the bin, if the auger's too low, I think our Fent combine has a very low auger and not a long auger, and it makes it a bit harder to use this bin. But otherwise, we haven't had any problems that I know of. Alright, I'm just going to get in here. Oops. Ah. I wanted to. It untagged it anyhow. Just while I remember, let's jump back in here. There we go. Yeah, we apart from maybe some finicky hitboxes or a little bit of a clash with those, we haven't had any issues that I'm aware of. I think we're not on the beta version of the map. I think this was the first release version after the beta. I think. I can't remember though, it was a long time ago that we set the server up. Alright, there we go. Well, no, I definitely have what's been publicly released. I initially didn't, James, but because this is a server, I made sure it was the one that was publicly available, because the initial version I did my map preview on was definitely an early release version, which I may not have, but there was some updates to that, so I'd be surprised if that was what it was. Right, 2 of these, 4 of them to start with. So once again, move that out of the way. Yeah, so that's a texture streaming issue, and it definitely is an issue on Nulla Creek. No, I haven't figured out a way to resolve it. I think you might find, like, see the case logo there on the back is very blurry, and those images are very. I haven't figured out how to fix that yet. There is some texture streaming settings you can do in the console, which might change it, but I'm not an expert on those. I really don't think FS25 is as well configured for 16x maps as previous versions are, which is a shame. Let's seems a bit of a backwards step. I know obviously Giants don't design the game with 16x maps particularly in mind, but there's definitely a lot of people who like playing them. I've also come to the, you know, as good as a 16x map, I've kind of come to the realization of 4x is probably the sweet spot for maps in Farm Sim. It's my own interpretation. I just feel like when you're playing on a 16x map, you actually don't use a lot of it. I know there's some pleasure around actually hauling loads and actually having to drive, you know, further away to get stuff delivered. Let's be honest, a lot of people probably use auto drive for that. So apart from the realism around the time it might take for something like that, it's not a huge benefit to it. Oh, I needed 2 of them. Oh, 4 of those ones. Well, we're slowly chewing through the bits and pieces in this. I thought it might take a wee bit longer, but it's not so far. I've also done a reasonable job at making it clearer which ones are going where. Sometimes it can be a bit hit and miss and a bit of a guess, but not so far, which is good. Hello, Stella. No. No. You'll see Mama, aren't you? Hello, Stella. Wanna hop up? There we go. There we go. Ooh, my headphones out. Go. Hiding. You're hiding. No one can see you down there. You're hiding. Yeah, give that a go, James, and see how it works out for you. How you doing, Corp? Good to see you, mate. Happy New Year to you. Welcome along. Welcome along. Want to go to sleep, don't you? But you're not here. Your sleeping companion's not here, and I haven't gone to bed yet. Hey, we're going to have to turn our combine in a second, Stella. Turn our combine in a second. If I let her, she would probably curl up on my arm and go to sleep right now. Wouldn't you, puppy? New great-granddaughter on the way this week. Oh, congrats to the clan there, Corp. It's pretty exciting. Pretty exciting. Hey, why don't you go and hop up onto bed and go to sleep? Bed and go to sleep. Just wants to lick my arm. Freezing fog here, so you're going to find a herd of cattle and move an electric fence. See you later. Now you need to invest in halter farming. That'll save you having to ever go out to move a fence, and the cattle will move themselves. Hey, own it, Stella, won't they? Clever. Very clever tech. I mean, quite popular over here. You could keep your feet up, have another cup of tea, and watch some more of the stream. Hey, right. Up, down. Whoa, let's put you down that way. Say bye-bye to everyone. Whoa. Bye, everyone. Good girl. A bit backwards. To be fair, it's only just sort of starting to become a bit more prevalent over here. It's a pretty big investment. Pretty big investment. What you doing? Are you trapped? Go around behind me. There we go. A fine New Zealand company. Certainly is. They're a Taranaki based one, aren't they? Well, why is one of Argsy Juniors up? He needs to go to bed. Goodness, I forgot how big these fields are and how long it takes. I'm going an hour 20 and hardly put a dent in the field. Let's just have a quick up here. We've done a little bit. Good on, mate. Just focus on this little triangle back up here. And that done. Certainly is exciting. Mrs. Prof? Alright, so I've just done that. Let's fish out these little suckers. Three of those. Is that a smooth one? It is. Goes straight away. I'm getting into that sweet spot where I've figured out where all the bits are in the different crates I've got. Makes it easy to find them. Yeah, apply for an account manager role with them. Nice. Would have been an interesting job. Yeah, Mrs. Argsy's family's dairy farm. Put it in a couple of years ago now. It was just a decision between employing an additional staff member or buying halter, paying for that, and it's probably already paid for itself. Cheers, everyone. Cheers number 7. Bitch, it's nice when you can just give them back too. Oh. Had enough of that? There you go. She's all yours. Alright. Swing that back around that way. All daughters 16 grand and soon to be 7 great. That's awesome. thought you'd be good at it as you run across farmers all the time, mainly because the brakes don't work in your car. See, that's the problem. They probably would have given you a work car and the brakes would have worked, and then you couldn't run into any farmers and sell them halter. Right. Try in the middle. The infill's there. Oh, we're 50% easy. Easy does it. But just remember, after we've harvested this one, there's still 2 more fields to harvest, plus 2 fields to fertilise. Then there'll be this field to seed. Oh, losing our way here just a touch. And there'll be all that grass to do. Well, there's plenty of work if anyone's looking for a server to join. Particularly if you're Aussie based. This one's a beaut for that, because it's all set in, all hosted in Australia, so it's good server, good ping. This downside to running over your farmers all the time is there goes your clients. So I can understand in some respects why it might not have been a very popular move. Right, yeah, that bit done, and then we've got the big chunk in the middle down the other end to do. Truck's getting full again, that'll be our second load. Actually drove past it afterwards, as you do. You're nosy. Yes, I steered clear of that. Keep my nose clean. Alright, oh look. A fancy doozy what's piece. We go in there, and then we've got a warning sign there. Let's both go. Oops. Drop them both on the ground, Arksy. Oh. Hit my foot as it bounced for about the 3rd time, so I don't know where it's gone. Ah. My combine's going the wrong way. Yeah, we'll catch you later, Chad. Thanks for hanging out, mate. Appreciate you being here. Catch you next time. can't find it. It's just about the same colour as our floor, so you have to have a better look once I'm finished. Hopefully there's another one in here. It'll be there somewhere. Portal to another dimension on the floor. That'd be great. Will I be doing field days this year? Which ones? We'll definitely be at definitely go to the Central Districts ones. Whether we're doing anything there, I'm not sure yet. I might get in touch with TRC Tractors, see if they want to do anything. Right, so I've just done that. Oh, one of these pieces I'd salvaged before. No. No, there's another one in here somewhere. Hiding. I had pulled out. Which container is this one going to be in? There we go. This one. Alright. Floyd can make an appearance and sign autographs. Absolutely. It'd be the field days without Floyd. There we go. Walk around barefoot, I'll find it. Yes, that's probably a good way to hunt for it. The funny thing is it bounced about 5 times and then it hit my foot just as it bounced about the second to last time. And I was like, oh cool, it'll do just down by my toes. But nope, not at all. Miles away. Funky bits. And then I'll put that on afterwards. Alright, and now this is going on the side of the combine. Happy days. Turn around once more and we can do that. Give advice on lawn mowing techniques. Have you got a lawn mowing simulator on this PlayStation? Oh? Please tell me you have. Okay, let's see if we can get this on the side. So we're working on the same side here. And all the bits. So those two are left exposed. So I must sit. Oh, that's gone on very well. There we go. Look at that. Happy days. Alright, hello Dr. Fish. Kia ora. I just heard the dog doing something. I'm just going to go check on her. Uses farm sim for his virtual mode needs. She was chewing on a TV remote, so thank goodness I went and did that. That would not have been happy. Not have been happy days. I thought she'd was past that. Possibly a reflection of the fact she's missing mum and feeling a little bit lost and lonely. Possibly. Right, sorry, you've run the whole way there next to me, Holden, and I haven't had that out. Dr. Fish, kia ora, mate. Good to see you. Welcome along. Happy New Year to you. To have you here. Now, got that, which is those two pieces. Let's push together. What's that D20 for? This sticker. No, because I don't have a 20 sticker. No, because that's D20. Let's go back to that piece. Okay. Oopsie. Whoopie days. Sorry, Holden. What's going on here? It's picking up the loop around the power pole. Holden's nervous now. I don't want to be that close to him. Fair enough too. Disappointment with the Thrustmaster controllers, the buttons underneath aren't configurable. Are they not? I thought they were. mapping. Do you use it? They are. Have you got the Thrustmaster Thrust Mapper X software? And you map to A, B, X, and Y. No, because I've got the map to RB and LB, like my right bumper and left bumper. Do you show my monitor? Why is it not showing my monitor? It's showing the wrong one. So when you're in this here and you've got your configurations, so M2, look in here and it's got all those options: left bumper, right trigger, left stick bumper, right stick bumper, A, X, Y, up, down, left, right. You can do that on all of them. It's under using the software under mapping. Like that's how I've mine set up: left bumper, right bumper. That way. I'll be surprised if you can't. That's what I was just thinking. I was like, I'm sure I've got mine. I use mine for the bumpers. Bo's heading off to investigate now. Another special. Couldn't get them to change. Yeah. Make sure you go into. Sorry, I'm still in monitor mode. Make sure when you are here, like you can change that side and you can't change it, just make sure you go into mapping. Like that. Yeah, you are. Okay. Just checking. Wonder if they've changed that. Wonder if I'm running an older version of the software or something. Be strange. Seems strange to me. Shove that out of the way. Alright, not much left to go now. Kind of after saying, ooh, could have been taking a while, we're chunking through it now. Thing I don't like with a bow, and I hope you don't have the same, is the sensors on the steering wheel. Seem to lose direction pretty quickly. Very sensitive. And that's why often it veers off on its own, because the steering wheel sensor will go, you're turning, and so that disables the guidance. And careens me off in the wrong direction. I wonder if they might need some contacts might need a clean, or what exactly it is. Right, I did do those bits. Yes, I did. I've done those bits. Sometimes feel these are built backwards the way they do these pieces. Oh goodness. Turns out you couldn't get that to when you set up originally. Oh, good. Phew. Glad to hear it worked for you. I worried if I could do something on mine that you weren't able to do on yours. Seems strange. Oh, you haven't bought the wheel module yet. Ah, there you go. I'll just be mindful of that with the wheel. I have got that in the wrong place though. Coughing's bad. Alright, Corp. Take care, buddy. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you coming in, joining the stream and saying hello. And all the best for your granddaughter. All goes well. Better if they saw them as individual buttons though. Oh, so yeah, it would be. I agree. It's frustrating sometimes when you can't customize those, eh? Yeah, so back on its side. This goes over there and there. What just dropped off? That just dropped from. Ah, humbug. Just knocked a piece off somewhere. Alright, I can see where it goes on that. Oh, truck's full. Okay, I don't have a combine. I have a grain cart. I didn't realize that. It's okay. We can get around that. Sits in there like that. Now I should be able to push that down in the right places. Get it all connected. Here we go. Alright, we'll see we're down here. Now let's go and dump this in the mother bin. I brought it out for a reason. Let's make use of it. That could be an option. Just trying to figure out what would I do with that. Yeah, that could be an option because it's the one thing I do miss sometimes. I have the wheel, the D-pad, and bumpers, but I like being able to press the bumpers loading and being able to use the analog stick. That's quite a few commands which use that. Just play around with it, figure out which one's going to work best for you. Alright, it's all on. I've got that, which is Sibo, have a good sleep, mate. Glad we got that sorted for you. Glad you're able to get those things configured. And thanks for taking the time out of your evening to stop in and say hello, spend some time with us. Right. Done, done, done. Okay. Let's just leave that line down like that for now. Now we've got a couple of quick little pieces to make here then. 3. One of those and one of those, right. Still hanging in, Mrs. Prof. Appreciate you still being here. It must be very late or slash very early in the morning for you. Appreciate you still floating around. It goes there to there. There we go. And we've got a sticker. Chunky piece. 1:50 AM, you're getting a little sleepy, but hanging for 10 more minutes. Thank you very much. I will hang in for 10 more minutes as well then, because it's starting to get late here too. Thank you everyone who's been here this evening. It's been great to ease back into a little bit of streaming. Starting to formulate a little bit of a plot in my head, at least, for what 2026 is going to bring. Bother. That was my elbow, and there was a whole lot of Lego now on the floor underneath my chair. Rats. It was me just knocking the Lego down. It's alright. Hey? Ah, right, thank you. Thanks, she's up on our bed. Can you not be in those pants, please? Bother. Well, I think that's going to be the end of the Lego building, because I'm going to need a lot of those pieces that are on the floor behind me now to finish this off. So a mid sticker, which I'm not too happy about. Lego crashing. Kiwi Sim Farmer coming into the chat to say hello before he goes to bed. How you doing, buddy? Very good to see you. I hope you have had a good New Year and summer break. There is such a thing. And that you're ready to go for 2026. Hope you had a good stream tonight too. I butchered this sticker, which also doesn't make me happy. It's going to have to do. Right. Not too noticeable. Where does that one stick into? Here. Like that. Can't quite see it there. Can't quite see it there either. There you go. It's a sticker. Right, well, let's put this away for now. Let's park progress That's a good place probably to stop anyhow. Looks like we're going to be doing a grain ladder next. And still quite a few pieces to go on here, isn't there? This is still just one side. Not that big pieces. So yeah, still lots to go. There's lots of pieces left here, and there's lots of pieces on the floor that I'm going to have to collect. Anyhow. Your first stream in over a week as well. Well, this is my first stream in about a month. So you've been doing better than I have. Right, so there we go. Let's jump back into here. Focus on tidying this all up before I have to tidy my floor up. Well, cheers, mate. Happy New Year to you. Hope 2026 is a successful one. Same for everyone. Hope you all have a fantastic year. Only saving grace with that one is it was mostly big pieces. What I'm mindful about is not running the wheels on the chair over a piece and breaking it. So, right, what have we got? We've got this left and then those few bits. So we'll try and get this field finished off, I think. Bring up the map. There you go. Not too much to go. Get this knocked out, and then I think that'll be a good place to wrap it up. Or I might wrap it up and just finish it in here. We'll see. Might as well grab that little bit out of the mother bin that I put in there while you're down this end holder. Before anything else gets knocked over. Should be easy to find. They should be. They also don't tend to bounce as far as little pieces do. Little pieces of Lego can bounce forever. They seem to have a good spring in them. Oh, that was close, Holden. That was close, 99% full. I put in, what, 400 litres? Is that all it's going to take? 45,000 litres full? There you go. So there we go. Let me get this all finished off. Is there 4 passes there maybe? Got a field down there. That is, what's down in this field? That's sorghum as well. So we've got the field of sorghum down there to do. And then we've got the field of, is that lentils over the road? Yeah, that's a fun looking field. Forward to getting in and harvesting that one. So that's all still to be done. We've got the field prep seeding and everything. And then we've got all the grass work down there to do too. So hopefully, see some people in here over the week. I think some of that all sorted out. Finish off in cab, eh? But flexing the straper, right hand side's hanging down a lot more than this left one. they won't be too easy. Won't be too hard to find. Scrape most of them out of the way. There we go. Let's tidy them up just a touch. Right. Get this field finished. Yeah, all great. Just trying to see if we can turn on no lines, so we try and pick up. All these lines along the way. It'll be quicker harvesting a full width anyhow. Pick up the rest on the way back. So we'll try to have another live stream on the weekend. Keen to get in and jump in and do something. Not sure what yet. Whether we'll join on the other servers or whether we might do something else. Still haven't quite decided what we're going to do yet. Got some ideas to do some updates for Winchester. Let everyone know where the map is up to. Like I said, I've put together a little bit of a roadmap and a little bit of a video which kind of talks about where I'm heading with that. My plan is. And as well as that, a little bit more playtesting on it too. Whether that's putting it on a private server and doing some server testing, or whether it's playing on it privately, I'm not sure yet. We'll see. Hey Jaw, how are you? Great to see you, mate. I had a fantastic holiday. Missed a bit of gaming. I still am out on hanging out with some of my gaming mates, but other than that, it was a good time. Good times. Are you staying up for a bit longer? Or are you calling it a night? Oh, probably be maybe 10 minutes. A little bit long, a little bit shorter than that. Farming's not going too badly. Just managed to throw a whole lot of Lego on the floor, so I need to tidy all that up. Made some good progress on my Lego combine, which is the main thing. How's your evening been? How was your holidays? Gonna make a coffee, alright. I'm guessing that means you're gonna be up for a bit longer. Let's have a quick look. How did I go with that? Yeah, down, 2 more parts, down and back. Done. Definitely a lot harder in cab than out of cab. Oops, so we're driving without it. We'll go along again. Holden's just patiently waiting for me to put it out. It's nice to catch up with FSG on the weekend too. It's a couple of hours on Kinley and get a bit of work done on the farm as well as just chewing the fat with him. It's good to have a catch up. Nice to get back into there too, and nice to get back to recording and editing a video. Yeah, we're starting to get a lot of fish now. We were actually looking, after the stream I was having a quick look, because obviously the end goal is to have some offshore fisheries and a boat and everything like that, but I didn't actually realise the actual offshore fisheries are pretty inexpensive relative. It's the boat that's the expensive part, but hard to have fish offshore without a boat, so might come up with a plan where we lease a boat off the harbour or, you know, maybe have one that's loaned rather than purchased. Actually, I wonder if we can, I don't know if we've got the hire purchase model, and I don't think it works with those as vehicles. Do it that way. Anyhow, we'll figure something out. We always do. Right, well, once we're done here, I think I might park the combine over the road so it can be run into those lentils. Look at the hours up on this, almost at not 20 hours. Bit of time, good. Yeah, that's the boat we were talking about at the end. I mean, I'd prefer to have the little sports boat, but right, here goes nothing. You know, it'd be good to have a good chunk of fish out in the ocean. That'll hopefully be the real moneymaker. Piece of Lego under my feet. Well, I managed to brush them all out of the way, but obviously not. Still stumped as to where this other piece. I think it's probably bounced under my PC case. That's my guess. Is my guess. Right, a little bit there to come back and do. Right. Man, these are big fields. Big fields, big farm. Picked up back over $1 million. I haven't actually been paying attention to see how much money we've made off these, off the loads we've done. We'll have a little bit just here to come back and do. But Holden's going to take care of some of that for us. Yeah, he's keeping on the edge of it pretty nicely. Not bad, not bad, not bad. One combine. Let me get this done. Hey Yoda, how you doing, mate? Thanks for popping in. Happy New Year to you as well. We've had a good Christmas and New Year. 6 is top speed, mate. Can't do things fast in farms. Useless. Alright, a little bit here, a little bit there, and a little bit at the other end. And then we'll be finished. Well, this is only top speed when you're actually harvesting. When you're not harvesting, you can go faster. Holden's for you, mate. Always looking to find an advantage. Find our winners. Another little thing, I just hadn't mentioned at all during the stream. We snuck over 22,000 subs during New Year's. I think it was on the 2nd or 3rd of the month. It was a nice little way to start the year too. Sneaking up to quarter of a century, 25,000. If more people were interested in Farming Simulator at the moment, it might have been a bit faster. I've had a whiskey tonight to celebrate. How does that sound? Decent amount of travel from Dunedin to Blenheim and a few sidetracks along the way. Hope you had a great time with the family. We did. We had a real good time. And we had 10 days, I think it ended up being, up in Taupo, and then 5 days, 6 days up in Tauranga. I think we were away for 17 days total. I made the fatal mistake of making a little 1 minute kind of reel type video. Here we go, field done. 1 minute little reel video each day for the first 3 or 4 days. And once I'd started doing those and sharing them on Facebook with friends and that, they're like, you can't stop now. So, ended up doing those for the whole holiday. But it's a cool little way to sort of look back on what we've done, because often you take a whole heap of photos and videos and then never look back at them, but this is a cool way to have little clips of our adventure. It's kind of cool. Has to be a fat cigar. Massive one. I'll save the cigar for 25,000. There you go. How's that? Right, so let's back this up here because we have a field over the road to do. Turn that off. And we'll call it quits. Over the road here and see where it is. This is it. Is it or not? No, over to the left. Over yonder. Anyhow, thank you everyone. Appreciate you tuning in tonight. It's nice to be back. Nice to be back into some streaming, back to building the Lego. I'm really keen to get this set finished off and have a little bit of a play around with it. And yeah, keep an eye out for what we're going to be doing over the next wee while. Like I said, I've got a few plans for the channel for things for this year. Going to take it a bit easier, not put as much pressure on content and rushing things out, but I do want to get back to doing some sort of regular series and things like that. So keep an eye out for those. Anyhow, take care. Enjoy the rest of your day, your morning, your afternoon, your evening, whatever it is, wherever you are. Thank you all for your support, and we'll catch you again soon. Take care. Bye.